Hi, everyone, and thanks for being here, and thanks for starting off another week with us here at Your News Today, this time on Monday, December the 16th, which is going to go down as a very wet one. We have rain to talk about as a result of a low pressure system that is passing over the area. Some folks seeing several inches of rain. We'll give you our expected totals in just a few moments and an expected timeline as to when we can see these showers, some of which are heavy, pull out of here tomorrow, possibly leaving us with some flooding issues as a result. A watch to pass along to you and a few other things weather-wise we'll need to discuss. After that, colder, drier, and brighter outside as we are now just a little more than a week away from Christmas. Think about that. A couple of theft cases tonight to report, getting caught up on high school basketball schedules, where everyone is and where everyone's going. Actually, a home game here tonight for the Hornets, one of two places that I'm going to try to be this evening. Also, sadly, the passing of a long-time serving veterinarian to Eastern Kentucky and the viewing area, and a host of other news and information. We'll get to all of that in just a few seconds. From the governor's desk, though, a few things to talk about this evening. Governor Beshear announced over the course of the weekend that there was a proclamation to be penned with his name to now fly the POW MIA flag permanently over Kentucky's state capital. Now, this proclamation makes Kentucky one of only a few states, only a handful of states, to fly the POW MIA flag every day over its respective state capital. Beshear says, quote, "Every day we honor the sacrifices of Kentuckians and Americans who are still prisoners, missing, or unaccounted for. We show our daily commitment to these heroes and their families. The POW MIA flag will be flown permanently at the Capitol." And as promised on his campaign trail, Beshear signed an executive order today pulling back or doing away with former Governor Bevins' Kentucky health plan, which was going to, at some point, it had been blocked a couple of times in court, put strict guidelines or requirements on about 400,000 able-bodied working-age adults to get their benefits. It would have ended health coverage for an estimated 95,000 Kentuckians. He called this the right thing to do, the moral faith-driven thing to do as well. The order goes into effect immediately. Legal challenges have been brought by Medicaid recipients, which kept Bevins' plan from going into effect. And this does affect, in all, about 400,000 Kentuckians. Bevins' plan gave or continued Medicaid coverage for adults 19 to 64 years of age if they devoted at least 16 hours a month to community service, volunteering, working. It also included monthly premiums and reporting requirements as well. It was also said to have cost the state some $272 million through 2020 in just keeping up with everyone and how they were doing on the system. Going back to an announcement under our current governor's father's administration, an audit has been done by Kentucky State Auditor Mike Harmon into the Kentucky Wired project, and it's a bit stunning. Kentuckians, back just 5 years ago, back in 2014, were told that we were going to have a statewide high-speed internet system that would essentially cover each and every corner and part of Kentucky and would only cost the state and taxpayers $30 million. Now, we're about 4.5 years later, and taxpayers are now on the hook for $1.5 billion. That's billion with a B when the project's completed, and that is still years away. The project was actually announced during former Governor Steve Beshear's administration, and Kentucky was being hailed as the recipient of one of the most awesome programs anywhere. A $30 million investment that was approved by the General Assembly. The majority of the other funding coming from private investors. It was called profound and sweeping, with monumental effects that it would have throughout Kentucky on a whole different number of levels. The entire project was a $300 million project, mind you, but only $30 million would come from the state and federal government. Private partners would cover the rest of the total. However, just as of March, out of the 3,200 total miles, only about 700 have still been completed. None of the network works, and when finished, it will only serve governmental buildings and the like. Your house, my house, not included. Those links we made by those private companies and investors. Harmon described the convoluted new arrangement as a shell game in which taxpayers were losers. What he says was that they found in the second phase there were numerous changes made after Kentucky signed a contract with the main contractor for the project that just turned it around and shifted the costs and risks from private investors to Kentucky's taxpayers. One more announcement before we take a break and get to our local headlines. It's here somewhere. I think I know it by heart. It's also several months away, but Hillbilly Days is coming up in Pike County before you know it. The headliner for next April's event, Hank Williams Jr. Tickets go on sale this Friday. And that's all from the top of my mind and memory. That's correct, though. I'm sure of it. We'll be right back with our local headlines in just a few seconds. Stay tuned. I know, I say it every year, but I promise you, never before has the seasonal shop been so wall-to-wall filled with Christmas. The absolute most unique Christmas decor and ornaments and gifts you've ever seen under one roof in the area. Ornaments and trees of all types and colors and kinds. Table decor, dishes, all the wreaths, all the flowers. And if you're looking for gifts, they've got just about everyone on your list covered. Plus, you have to see their selection of women's clothes and accessories. Gorgeous, with a wide variety of styles and sizes. So let them help you pick out the perfect outfit for any Christmas party or family get-together. And from now until Christmas, they have a new deal of the day every day. So be sure to follow them on their Facebook page for all the details at Frazier's Raider Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville. Salyersville National Bank would like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. May your Christmas and the New Year deliver health, happiness, and good fortune. As we reflect over the past year, we are especially grateful for customers and neighbors like you. We greatly appreciate your kindness and patronage, and we look forward to serving you in the bright new year of 2020. Best wishes from everyone at the Salyersville National Bank. It's back, and it's in this week's edition of the Salyersville Independent, the buy one, get one on shrimp or fish dinners. That's right, they're like $6 or $7 a piece, and if you buy one, you get another one for free. You can get 2 shrimp, 2 fish, or mix them up any way you want to do it. But you have to get the coupon out of this week's edition of the Salyersville Independent and get it to Lee's while you can. That's where you can get a shrimp or fish dinner free when you buy the first. Only from your Salyersville Lee's.
The 12 days of Christmas are quickly approaching, with savings galore, daily specials for all on today's latest and greatest technology.
Appalachian Wireless is in the Christmas spirit, giving more opportunities to save during their 12 Days of Christmas promotion. Simply go to AppalachianWireless.com or to the Appalachian Wireless Facebook page to see what the daily specials will be. Appalachian Wireless, one of Santa's favorites. Better service and bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Right now, stock up at Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply, where they have just bought big to save you big. Now through December the 31st, select horse and cattle feed $10 off per ton. And with the largest feed inventory in at least a 60-mile radius, you'll save big on other brands of chicken, dog, and animal feed. Triple Trust, Blue Bonnet, Traditions, Southern States, Victor, Sports Mix, Tops, Sexton Brothers, The Pride, Summit, Purina, and more. If it eats, feed it better and cheaper at Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply in Salyersville on Route 114 at Red Light number 4. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Salyersville. 349-8785. 2 theft cases making headlines tonight. One, a shoplifting case as a Salyersville woman was arrested. The other, a Johnson County man arrested after a family, some kids, watched their dirt bike being stolen off of their carport and then gave police a description. The suspect found just a short piece down the road minutes later. Officer Castle with the Johnson County Sheriff's Department says that yesterday afternoon, around 4:30 or so, he was dispatched to a theft complaint on Kentucky Route 3224. He says the caller advised him that when she got home after leaving her kids in the house for a few moments, they told her that a man had opened the gate across their driveway and come onto the property while she was gone. They also said that they watched this man come onto the porch and nicely knock on the door. The kids were afraid to open the door and remained silent, and then after a few moments, they continued to watch him as he went onto the carport and tried to start the motorcycle that was sitting there. He couldn't get it started, and that's when they say he pushed it back up the driveway and started down the road. Officer Castle actually got there within 15 minutes of all of this happening and got a description of the man from the kids and the dirt bike, and as he started down the road, within a quarter of a mile, he says he found this man, Casey J. Spence, 21, of Tomahawk, still trying to get the dirt bike started. The motorcycle then returned back to the owner, and Spence taken to the Big Sandy jail on charges of theft by unlawful taking of an automobile valued at over $500 and criminal trespassing in the third degree. In the next case, it was the Paintsville Police Department that was dispatched to the Paintsville Walmart yesterday afternoon, right around the same time, just a little after 4 o'clock. That's where the officer was dispatched to a complaint issued by the Loss Prevention Department, who informed them that this woman, 56-year-old Tressie Keaton, and a male subject tried to leave the store with unpaid items amounting to more than $195. Keaton was charged with a single count of theft by unlawful taking, shoplifting under $500 in value. Sadness quickly followed the word of the passing of a long-standing veterinarian in the area over the course of the weekend. A well-known and much-loved and respected veterinarian who had served for nearly 4 decades passed away on Saturday, known and remembered and respected for his service, of course, and dedication to thousands of animals and pets and their families, as well as his support of his community. Dr. Rudy Ousley passed away on Saturday at the age of 66. A doctor of veterinary medicine for over 39 years in Floyd County, seeing patients from all over eastern Kentucky and beyond, 66-year-old Dr. Rudolph Ousley of Prestonsburg passed away over the course of the weekend at the Pikeville Medical Center. In addition to his door always being open at his veterinary clinic on 114, he also served the community in many other capacities. He was a former board member of the First Commonwealth Bank, board member of the Middle Creek Fire Department. He, of course, was as well an alumni of the University of Kentucky and Auburn University, where he got his education, and a member of the Eastern Kentucky Walking Horse Association. Dr. Ousley is survived by his wife, Dolores, and son, Jackie Hall of Prestonsburg, and 2 stepdaughters, Amy Lewis and Heather Johnson, both of Martin. Services in honor of Dr. Rudy Ousley are going to be held Thursday of this week at 1 o'clock. They'll take place at the Hall Funeral Home Chapel, with visitation beginning tomorrow evening after 5 and continuing all day Wednesday. Around this time tomorrow, I'll have cameras going out to the Montgomery County Board of Education meeting and the Montgomery County Fiscal Court meeting. I will be taking the camera tonight to the Lady Hornets game, which we'll talk more about in just a few seconds. Also covering a local governmental meeting for my videographer in Johnson County, who is unable to do so tonight. So we've got a lot of news coming up in this last full week before Christmas. Right now, though, a lot to get caught up on in this last full week before Christmas on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. A happy birthday wish kicks off the calendar this Monday, December 16, for a now 36-year-old Maddie Rose Rao, celebrating her birthday down in Florida, of course, where she resides, hopefully watching this on the internet with a lot of love and best wishes from her dad and mom. Riggs and Siggs, a happy 36th birthday wish going out to Maddie Rose. Maddie Rose Rao, happy birthday to you. And with us now being just a little more than a week away till Christmas, of course, several Christmas-related announcements. First off, kids, don't forget that Santa will be at the District 3 Fire Department, and that includes gifts, I'm sure and most certain, tomorrow evening from 6 to 8 o'clock. That's kids age 13 and under. Be sure to come by the District 3 Fire Department for Santa and toys and gifts. 6 to 8 tomorrow evening. And don't forget, your next and best chance to donate blood and possibly save someone's life, or lives even, is this Wednesday. The Kentucky Blood Center Bloodmobile will be here in the McGoffin Plaza in front of the Sangersville IGA from 1 till 5. Donors entered to win a $25 Walmart gift card, just in time for the holidays. And this just in, a presentation of Love Came For Me will be done at... And this just in, Love Came For Me, presented by the Dotson Pentecostal Church. the special presentation this Saturday, the Saturday before Christmas at 6 o'clock, where they're inviting you to come and celebrate the Savior's birth with them. The Dotson Pentecostal Church is on 114, pretty much halfway between Sagersville and Prestonsburg, across from the Marathon Station. They hope you'll join them. And there's still time for a couple of things going on. Helping Hearts, the second annual campaign. The Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation staff is putting this together, hoping that you can help donate gifts, wrapping paper, maybe some volunteers to help collect those gifts and wrap them so they can make sure that all of their residents have an extra special Christmas. Call 496-5966 or find Helping Hearts on Facebook. Their 6th annual Sagersville Funeral Home Toy Drive is still ongoing. You've still got time to drop off any new unwrapped toy at the funeral home to be given out to kids this Christmas. And you've always got time to get whatever you need on our community calendar, and that means birthdays and anniversaries too. And going on to funeral service announcements provided nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home, they are announcing the passing of 49-year-old Billy Dingus of Sagersville, who passed away earlier this date at his home. We're told arrangements still incomplete at this time, but once again to be announced soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. 49-year-old Billy Dingus of Sagersville. Whether it's something you need like gas or kerosene heaters, or gifts for everyone on your list like TVs, video games, jewelry, guns, and more, get it all for pennies on the dollar. Or get some extra dollars to spend this Christmas where they pawn, buy, and sell anything worth $1. Parkway Gun and Pawn in Sagersville. Where just for Christmas, get Taurus 9mm or 40 cal S Series for under $200 and other great gun deals throughout the store. Parkway Gun and Pawn. Just in time for the winter driving season, $50 off winter and mud and snow Cooper tires and up to $150 off select sets of Goodyears. And don't forget, 6 months same as cash. Stop by their Staffordsville store or go to conleytire.net to find out more.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
It can be one of the hardest parts of being a parent. You can beg them, bribe them, hold them down and try to force them, and sometimes you still can't get them to take their medicine. Well, problem solved at Parkway Pharmacy with Flavor X. Let your kids customize their medicine with some of the best flavors that really do taste great, and it's totally free with your child's prescription at Parkway Pharmacy. So stop the suffering, theirs and yours, for free, and get your Flavor X flavored medicines at Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
The Lady Hornets in action here tonight, a district matchup nonetheless on a rainy Monday evening. If you can't make it out, I should have some highlights for you on the program tomorrow. You know, the holidays are always a busy time, not just for everything else, but also for high school hoops as well, and that is the case for a lot of our viewing area teams. A lot of classics and tournaments to take place throughout the Christmas break and holiday. But let's find out where they're headed right now in the short term, as we will begin with the McGoffin County Hornets, who are as well hosting Paintsville this week. Let's start with the Hornets and Coach Castle, who last played, as I last reported to you, on last Tuesday, December the 10th, at Prestonsburg, 61-65 the final score, a game that the Hornets really could have won. I look for that to be some extra motivation when they host their first district game and home opener tomorrow night. That's right, Paintsville and the Tigers will be here in McGoffin County tomorrow night. Tip-off set for 7:30. The Hornets right now with that one win out of the gate at Floyd Central, and then after 2 losses, they're hoping to get even with Paintsville, and I'm talking about season average-wise, going for 2-2 right now. With that, afterwards, the Hornets will be in action this Thursday night at home hosting Pike Central, and then Friday night hosting Jenkins. So a lot of home basketball this week. And then on the 27th, after Christmas, they'll be in Belfry for a couple of days playing in the Mountain Schoolboy Classic. Now turning to the Lady Hornets and Coach Justin Williams. They're hoping to get a win tonight. They're actually hosting Paintsville tonight. This comes after 5 games and 5 losses thus far. They have been increasing their scoring, picking up 26, 27 points their first 3 games. They did pick up 30 against Pressburg and then 38 Saturday against Eastridge, 271 for Eastridge nonetheless. So the Lady Hornets hoping to change things tonight at home against Paintsville. After tonight, the ladies go back to the road, away games all the way until January the 11th. So if you want to catch the girls in action, tonight's a good chance to do it. Hosting the Lady Tigers of Paintsville. And speaking of Tiger basketball, Coach Sloan and his Tigers are 2 games into the season, 1 loss, 1 win, a loss against Perry Central, and a win against Lawrence County last Tuesday. They are, as I covered earlier, to be here in Magoffin County. The boys match up tomorrow night, tip-off set for 7:30. After that, the Paintsville Tigers also are going to spend a lot of time on the road throughout the holiday season, as is pretty much customary. They'll be at Pleasure Ridge Park on the 20th. They'll be there for the Century Mortgage Derby City Jam for a few days, and then at Lexington Catholic on the 27th for the Traditional Bank Holiday Classic. That takes them all the way up through the 29th with a lot of other road games all the way through the first week of January. Coach Trimble and the Lady Tigers right now are on a 3-2 run early in the season. This comes after a loss, 33-61, this past Friday night to Martin County on the Paintsville home court. They are actually now on the road. They are tonight at Magoffin County, as we, of course, covered. Tip-off set for 7:30. We'll have highlights for you on tomorrow's program. And then they're heading to the Smoky Mountain Classic on the 19th. Then the PIT, Pikeville Invitational, the City Between the Lakes Shootout, and the 15th Region All-A, which comes up on January the 9th at the Expo. While at Central, the Golden Eagles are on a 2-1 start to the season. Wins over Cross Lanes Christian out of Charleston, 69-45, and most recently Friday night at Valley, 56-53, the final score. The Golden Eagles are on the road this Thursday in Gatlinburg at the Smoky Mountain Classic. They'll be there through the 21st, and then at the Mountain Schoolboy Classic at Belfry starting on the 28th. And the Lady Eagles picked up their first win of the season at Breathitt County, taking on Bell County in the Peggy Moore Classic. That was Saturday over the course of the weekend, a 5-point win, 65-60 over Bell County. That putting it into a 4-loss run to start the season, and they will be now setting their sights on Lawrence County tomorrow. That is at Lawrence County for the Lady Dogs and the Lady Eagles, 7:30 for tip-off. And then it is Friday the 27th after Christmas, their next game on the schedule, versus Mason County in the Pikeville Invitational. Now, lastly, let's take a serious look at your weather outside, more so than just behind me. A lot of heavy rain has followed a lot of light and moderate rain as well over the course of the morning and afternoon, and it continues as a low-pressure system is going to give up to maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain for most everyone. Some folks seeing even more than that, seeing that rain change over to snow by tomorrow. Not coast to coast, but a monstrous swath of moisture that's falling in all different forms, depending on, of course, the temperature where it is. You can see snow all the way up in Indiana. You can see a mix coming all the way down to Cincinnati. And then to the south, we are seeing, for the most part, mostly heavy rain. Moderate to heavy rain. And it's going to continue for the next several hours. We'll even see low pressure giving us some showers continuing into your tomorrow, and temperatures are going to start to drop. And when they do, I think that they will do so well before that precipitation is gone, giving us a changeover. No accumulating snow, but I think we'll see some snow flying about on your Tuesday. So yes, expect more showers and possibly some thunderstorms later on after 9 o'clock as well, and we could see heavy rain at times. It's not over the lighter side of things thus far. Can't say for certain we'll see another inch tonight, but in the realm of possibility, some folks, if you see a thunderstorm or two, could see a bit more than that. Lows around 38 degrees tonight, and winds coming up to 16 miles per hour at times, with those showers likely to continue tomorrow morning as well, and then changing over to snow. Rain likely before 10 o'clock or so in the morning, and then we'll see daytime highs fall to around 36 by around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So look for some early rain. Look for some rain possibly changing over to snow between 10 and roughly 3 in the afternoon. And then if that precipitation is still around, which it looks as though it will be, it could be all snow showers after 3 or so. Otherwise, you can also factor in some patchy fog late in the morning up to about 11 or so. And again, temperatures falling to around 36 by 5 or so in the afternoon. And you'll also see northwesterly winds tomorrow. Can't leave that out. Anywhere from 3 to 6 miles per hour, maybe gusts upwards of 20 at times. Little or no snow accumulation, but definitely a rainy, then snowy afternoon, windy and cloudy, and really not that much nice to say about your Tuesday, except for the fact that Tuesday night will wind down with some flurries, mainly before 7, and then clear sailing for a while. Mostly cloudy skies will finish out your Tuesday, and a low tomorrow night of around 24, winds dying down to 3 to 5 out of the west. And then Wednesday, the first of several days of sunshine, mostly sunny, 37, so colder. Still windy out of the west, up to 18, 19 mile per hour gust, but clearing Wednesday night, lows right around 20 degrees, and then Thursday, sunny and 41, partly cloudy that night and 27, Friday, partly sunny and 48, mostly cloudy Friday night and 32, with mostly cloudy skies continuing into the weekend, not making any rain right now, mostly cloudy and 49 for your high Saturday, partly sunny and 50 for your high on Sunday, and I think that pattern will hold on into this time next week. Well, we've just begun with news coverage for this week. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for the next edition and installment. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Wet Monday. Good night.